So I've just got my little in-body scan. Diet's going well, so I think it's time for some burritos. Let's go. All right, so we're at Zimbero's. Gonna eat some big burritos. We're gonna see how big they are. So we have so many burritos. Got 5 big burritos in this bag. We're just about to weigh them. Oh. There we go. We have 3.133 kilos of burrito. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm at Zimbero's Mexican restaurant, and something really cool about this place that I actually didn't know is they do a plate for a plate initiative. So you can see up on the screen, they actually donate a lot of food to charity. Right. 5 burritos, 3 kilos, just over 3 kilos. 3, 2, 1. Double click. 3, 2, 1. Ah, yes, the infamous double click. As we said before, today I am at Zimbero's Mexican restaurant, and we are tackling 5 of the 600 gram big burritos, or approximately 600 grams. So it was just over 3.1 kilograms when we weighed it. And the heaviest challenge I've ever actually weighed and completed before was about 2.6 kilos. So I knew it was going to be an absolute mission, but I wanted to try and get at least as close to the 3 kilo mark as I could, if not completely finished. Yeah, that's really tasty. And just a little forewarning before we get too into this video, there's not really any good looking ways to eat burritos, in my opinion. So if you're a little bit squeamish, or you're not into the actual watching of the untidy foods getting eaten, you might just want to skip through to the end of this one. I think I just want to eat the first one down, under 10 minutes. No, 2 minutes, sorry. Because I went real fast with that first one. So, then I'm enjoying it a bit more, because I'm dieting now, so this is going to, we'll enjoy it until I get about 2 kilos in. And talk about an absolute premonition. It was literally about 2 kilos in that I probably stopped enjoying this challenge. But that's not because the burritos weren't absolutely delicious. I just started to get really full after about the 2 kilo mark. But the actual burritos themselves were absolutely scrumptious. This is the big burrito, as I stated before, which is exactly the same as their regular burrito. It's just double of everything, so double all of the fillings. Now we get into the business end of things. Or should I say almost halfway? Almost. And with absolute bangers like this song in the background, how could I not be motivated to just keep plowing through these burritos? So we're almost at the halfway mark now. So that is almost about 1.5 kilos through. I remember smashing the first 2 down. I was like, man, I'm gonna kill this. It's gonna be easy. And then as I hit about 2.5 in, the double beans and the double rice on the big burritos really started to catch up and slow me down hectically. I feel like I definitely should have picked like 3 or 4 would have been like the very top of the level. We had to do 5. 5 is my lucky number. So 600 grams each approximately, some of it's a little bit bigger than others. Halfway. Cheers. Cheers to dieting. Yeah, so as I've just said there, cheers to dieting. I'm actually starting a little side project of videos in a mini series where I'll be still conducting one eating challenge a week, but also kind of recording my eating outside of my eating challenges and fitness regime and stuff, and sort of just have a little background insight to how I'm losing body fat and getting leaner while still completing these big, crazy eating challenges, or at least trying to complete. Just give me a sec. 6 normal burritos, 3 meant to be later, 3 big burritos down, 10 minutes. Yeah, make you work for it. I mixed up the sauces too to try and make it a little bit more doable. Oh, thank goodness. For burping. So I just realized as well, I said double the fillings, but I didn't say the fillings. So I think I did mention before in the video, I've got 2 beef and 3 chicken burritos. But the actual other fillings, so we got beans, rice, lettuce, pico de gallo, bit of corn, onion, and then you can choose your own, rice and beans, of course, and then you can choose like your own mix of sauces as well. So I tried to mix my sauces up over the 5 different burritos just to try to avoid is what I'm trying to say, as much flavor fatigue as possible, because I knew if I just got the same filling, you know, like if I got 5 chicken, they all had aioli, or they all had barbecue, I knew by the the third one, maybe even the second, it would just be so similar to the first one that I didn't even want to finish it. The sauces definitely helped, and mixing up the meats, having a couple of beef and 3 chicken definitely helped as well. It was only at the very end where it was more of a capacity thing did it start to struggle. At no point was I like really sick of the flavor, which is really rare for a volume challenge for me. And I guess another thing to think about too, if you've never actually done too many eating challenges before, or maybe you've never done any eating challenges before, when I started off, I got the first one down in about 2 minutes, and the second one was down at about the 5 minute mark, and you're looking like, man, this guy's smashing it. But even if you don't mean to, as you get fuller, your body literally just slows you down. And you just can't seem to get it down as quickly. I mean, I guess people train to get better and better, which is what I'm working on. But I've definitely found it's like a physical reflex. As I hit the point of capacity, I'm so full. It is an absolute struggle to fit anything else in. Yeah, 2.4 kilos in. That is 4 600-gram burritos. I'm going to say 18, but just 2 that lasted for a year, so 19. We've got one more burrito. And if you look deeply into my soul right now, you can see me contemplating why the hell I did this. So full. It's almost like I just ate 2.5 kilos of burritos. I don't know if settling's going to make it better or worse, like letting it settle for a minute. What's that? It's a possibility. Right, last push. Yeah, so 4 burritos down, about 2.4 kilograms down, 8 regular burritos down. See how I'm selling this to make it sound more impressive than it probably is. But definitely at this point, I was in hurt locker. So I was just trying to eat as much of that last burrito. I was making deals with myself. It went from finishing all 5 to just finishing as much as I could of the 5th. I was absolutely stoked to get the 2.4 kilos, so the 4 burritos down in under 19 minutes. And at this point, I felt like I pretty much sold my soul to the devil, and I was just trying to get as much of that last burrito down as I could without all 5 burritos making a grand reappearance all over this lovely store's nice table. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with the editing for this last little bit. I might just put some really dramatic music in because there's more complaining than eating. So you can see I bring out the scale here that I used to weigh the initial 5 burritos, and I started making deals with myself because I told myself at the beginning of this challenge I really wanted to eat 3 kilos of food. So you can see I'm trying to figure out how much burrito I can leave and still say I've eaten 3 kilograms. But while this is happening, I'm also getting really full. So I don't want to spoil the ending, because I know you're probably thinking, what happens next? But not much. Just a lot of complaining. So there should be some really dramatic background music for this part, as I absolutely go to war trying to get this last burrito down. But on a side note, how cool is it that Zambreros actually donates food for every meal sold? Because the one thing I really do hate is wasting food, and I really You know, as much as we do these challenges and just eat a crazy amount of food, something I'm very passionate about is trying to stop people being hungry or missing out on meals. It's something that I'm definitely looking for avenues to volunteer for and sort of help in terms of homelessness and just people that just don't have enough to eat. So, I mean, we're on the other end of the spectrum here for the most part, where we've got more than enough. I mean, hence, look, we're doing eating challenges. So, feeling extremely grateful and lucky that this is a thing that I can do. So, I think it's really, really cool that Zambreros is doing this initiative too, where you can actually feel like you're kind of doing something nice when, you know, you're eating there, they're donating food for every one meal sold as well. So I really love this idea. But now back to the complaining. So you can see here, I feel like I'm just about to explode, and I thought maybe if I rip it into little pieces, it'll go down easier. But at this point, I'd already burped up burrito into my mouth about 3 times. Too much information, I know. But just in case you were wondering, yes. The Pepsi wasn't washing it down. I was fairly sure I needed to go back to the drawing board even, and expand the old belly before I tackle this one again. On a side note, I did tell you I would find some very dramatic music, and I feel like this is very dramatic. Now, I remember at this point, I was fairly sure there was a chance of a reversal, so I had one more push left in me. Should have done 4. Girls. End up with 231 grams. Was it home? Maybe I see a bit longer. Try and get it down a bit longer. Get a bit lower, sorry. We're far away from my home or the bathroom, so don't want to risk it too much for the biscuit. I'm going to call that bad boy. So 34, 45, all in it. We have 4 major burritos done, and can you see that? There we go. 231, it'll be backwards, but you get the gist. Thank you for watching.